Put your faith in what you most believe in. Two worlds, one family. Trust your heart, let fate decide to guide these lives we see. These lyrics are the opening to Disney's Tarzan, a movie I'm sure many of us watched as children. Although I did not analyze these words when I was younger, they now have a great impact on my life. In fact, I have found that many Disney references are relevant to our lives, even as we stand here on the threshold of Tomorrowland. My name is Natasha Wickenheiser, and I have the honor of being the Salutatorian for the graduating class of 2011. The moment each one of us stepped foot into the halls of Ida High School, we were thrown into a whole new world. We did not yet know how trying the transition from middle school and high school was going to be, and we were only just beginning to discover who we truly were as individuals. Despite the myriad unknowns that initially threatened to overwhelm us, we had to find ourselves within the darkness of freshman year. This task was not always easy, nor was it quick. For many of us, it has taken all 4 years in these halls to make the connection, to figure out who we are, what we want out of life, and what is worth fighting for. These individual battles were different for all of us. For some, the goal was academic merit, and for others, athletic excellence. We even had a few brave souls who dared to excel at both. Some of us strived to walk on the wild side, to laugh in the face of danger. Many of us pursued the arts and joined an ensemble worthy of King Triton's court. There were individuals who sought to leave behind all of their childish visions of flying pirate ships and traveling to the second star on the right, then straight on till morning to Neverland. Perhaps your battle was to unlock the solution to one of the world's unsolved mysteries. For example, why is a raven like a writing desk? Or perhaps you regularly raced the white rabbit just to make it to class on time. Our battles were all different, but the differences allowed us to branch out and become our own entity. Of course, we had our teachers, friends, and family by our side, which, together, outshine any lucky cricket that might have been given to us. They inspired us to go the distance, to reach for the stars. However, despite the constant support from our loved ones, there were times when we did not know what was in store for us just around the river bend, and we simply had to listen to Jiminy Cricket's advice to let our conscience be our guide. Sure, this resulted in mistakes every once in a while, but, in the end, we were a step closer to understanding who we were and what we believed in. It takes a lot of strength to stand up for what you believe in. That being said, I see myself before an ocean of strong individuals. I see myself before a group of graduates who have formed opinions and expressed them with courage. Individuals who have not been afraid to honor their integrity. There are people who did not hesitate to throw themselves into a cause that they cared about with great passion. There are those among us who were not afraid to dance at the Festival of Fools to the beat of their own drum. That, my friends, is strength. The courage to be who you are, regardless of what anyone else may think, is constantly developing. However, it started here in the classrooms we all know. The beautiful thing about individuality is that each of us have our own interests, our own proficiencies, and our own unique idiosyncrasies that make us who we are. Do not be afraid to take pride in what makes you different, because often those are the same qualities that make you extraordinary. I'd like to leave the graduating class of 2011 with the closing thought from the man who inspired the majority of my speech tonight. Walt Disney once said, "All our dreams can come true, if we have the courage to pursue them." Fellow graduates, as you exit these doors for the final time, as you pack your belongings for college, as you venture out into the workforce, as you settle down to start a family. I encourage you to channel your inner Disney. Have courage to be true to your heart and follow your dreams. Only then will you be able to journey to infinity and beyond. Thank you.